Hello, Brian the Fanboy here, and today I am going to review Chikyuu Sentai Fiveman. It's written as Chikyuu Sentai Fiveman, but I'm going to say the way it's pronounced. Now, this is oh yes, the 14th Super Sentai series from 1990, and it consists of 48 episodes. Now, the first episode starts by introducing this family who are on this waste parent planet called Shidon. And the father is a man named Hoshikawa Hiroshi. With him is his wife, Midori. And then we also have their five children, which are three boys and two girls. Now, the oldest is a boy named Kaku. The second child is a boy named Ken. The third child is a girl named Kazumi. And the fourth and fifth children are twins, a boy and a girl, with the boy being named Fumiya and the girl being named Remy. And both of them are babies at the beginning of the series. Now, and there's also a robot helper called Asa G. Shigusu. And and what's going on is that the Hoshikawas, mostly Hiroshi and Midori, they were trying to revive planet Sidon or Sidonsei by growing these flowers called Sidon Hana. And then there's some Kaku game where there with two alien inhabitants who are also children. And the first Shidun Hana started to bloom. And then came an, uh, an attack by an evil alien group called Kintengu Zone, which means Galactic Empire Zone. Now, the members who appeared in front of the Hoshikawas, well, we have a man named Kaoru Kancho, a woman named, Kinka Hakase Durudora, a man named Kinka Kenshi Pirion, a woman named Kinka no Kiba Sasa, and this alien creature being named Kinka Shonin Drogosu. And they came to Shidon because they were trying to prevent the planet from being revived since their organization was the one responsible for why the planet became barren in the first place. And then they started an attack, and their family was running, and Hiroshi gave Gaku the the Shidon Hana that was in bloom, and also sent the rest of his children along with Gaku, as well as Asa, into this thing called the Magmu Besu, which was some kind of like a spaceship. And I think it was Midori who told Asa to bring the five children to Earth and raise them himself. And So also in the five children. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that at the beginning of the episode, I assume it's the year 1970, and I'll explain why in a bit. But anyway, yes, it went into the ship and well, also and the five children left Sidon, and well, Goku vowed that someday he will make sure something like that doesn't happen again. Now, 20 years have gone by, making it 1990, and see. Oh yes, the five children are not adults, and well, as soon as they finished breakfast, they went up to this school called oh yes, Newton Chicago, which means Newtown Elementary School, and that because well, the five siblings are now teachers or sensei at the local elementary school or Shokaku. Uh, Kaku is now a science teacher. Ken is a gym teacher or physical education teacher. Oh, Fumiya is a language teacher. Kazumi is a math teacher, and Remy is a music teacher. And the five sibling teachers, they yes, they do enjoy teaching the children at the school. Now, when Gaku was with the students during their science lesson, well, one of the children said something about one of the shinohanas, which was the flowers that were growing in the school garden, and then came so they arrived at Earth, and I mean they came to Earth, and then they started to attack the school, and well, fortunately, the Hiroshigawas got I mean Hoshikawas got the children to safety. However, soon they managed to destroy the school building, leaving all in rubble. And well, since the school was gone, well, the teachers told their students that they have to start going to different schools now because, well, they couldn't teach them in, since the school was gone now. The students, they weren't happy about it, but eventually they accepted that situation and, yeah, and so they can go get education somewhere else. Now, as for Zone, well, eventually meet the leader of Zone, and her name is Kinga Kode Meadow, and she's during most of the series she's shown as a giant face of a woman with a bright mane, and well, according to her, well, she needs to destroy 1,000 planets or say in order to become immortal and or gain eternal life or eternal inochi. And Earth or Chikyu is the 1,000 planet or say. And now at the end of the first episode, well, the villains that were shown earlier in the episode, well, they arrive somewhere, and then came the new, uh, the Super Sentai team of this series, which are Chikyuu Sentai Fiveman, which means Earth Squadron Fiveman. And yes, the first episode, I like that, and the second episode picked up where the first episode left off. Continue to with this team. Now we have Faiburedo, and he wears a red costume with a red helmet, black visor. On the forehead part of his helmet is a looks like an atom, and yeah, he has white gloves, white boots, oh, and a yellow V with a upside down triangle in the chest area. Then we have Vibu Peru, and he wears a blue costume with a blue helmet, black visor. Uh, yes, oh, white stripe. Oh, also Vibu Red also has this white stripe, crossing down that, and yes, white gloves, white boots, a yellow V with an upside down triangle inside, is silver, just like Redo, and oh yes, on his for her part of the helmet is like a running man. Now we have Faibu Buraku, and his cost he wears a black costume with a black helmet, black visor, a white stripe that goes down this way on the helmet. Oh yes, white gloves, white boots, a yellow V in the chest area with a upside down silver triangle. Then we have Faibu Pinku. She wears a pink costume with white gloves, white boots, yellow V with an upside down silver triangle inside in the chest area, a big helmet with a black visor, and white stripe that goes this way, and on her forehead is a it looks like a combination of the math symbols for addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. And then we have Vaiguyero, and she wears a yellow costume with gloves, white boots, a yellow V with a silver triangle inside, upside down, in the chest area, a yellow helmet with the black visor, a white stripe goes down this way, and the forehead part of her helmet is a musical note known as the eighth note. Yes. And Figueredo, so that he was the one who scarred Carol's face, which I forgot to mention early in the video. Yeah. And then, yes, we won the first field battle, or maybe to retreat it. I didn't find the two crews will actually meet again later in the episode. And I forgot to mention that foot soldiers of Zone are called Patsurase, which means Patsura soldiers. And it was easy for me to remember their name. I mean, the name of the foot soldiers because it sounds a lot like the Spanish word basura, which means trash or garbage. Yeah, especially since I come from a Spanish-speaking family. Now let's see. Oh, and also we meet the first monster of the series from Zone and Faibuman. The monsters are called Kinkatoshi, which means Galactic Warrior. And Faibuman start to fight, and eventually we start to see them henshin in the next battle. And well, the guys they all have wrist changes, which on the wrist, and for the girls, yes, they also have wheel changes, and for them it's a compact thing. Yes, but anyway, they start to fight Swan again. Oh, and also we see the weapons. Oh, I forgot to mention that well, Kaku is Faiburedo, Ken is Faibuburu, Fumiya is Faibupuraku, Kasumi is Faiburu and Remy is Faiburiero. He also had individual weapons with Faiburedo has the oh, Brisodo. The oh, Faibupuru has the Druin race. Faibupuraku has the try to remember. But anyway, for Pinku, she has the Cutie Sukuru, and Faibuyero, she has the Merity Tak. They also have a finishing weapon called Faibuburu, which is a ball that they use to defeat the King of Toshin and regular size. And then, let's see, oh yes, then we have, and then the King of Toshi, but there's getting this giant robot thing called the Gururing, and it is used to mimic the abilities of the fallen King of Toshin, make it look like a giant version of it, and the Faibuman had something to deal with it, and they call it something called the rental carrier, and or trailer, something like that. But it was made of three vehicles called, let's see, well, one is called the rental kama. I think one was called a tanku, and there was a jet thing. Yeah, and those really, yeah, well, Red has the flying one. Uh, Pink and Blue has the Firemental Kama, and Plug-in Unit has the carrier, whatever it's called. Anyway, eventually the three giant vehicles combine or kadai to become the Faibu Robo. And it has a finishing weapon called the let's see, the synchronous sword, and oh yes, now I remember the king. Let's see, oh yes, Shoujikin Sodo, which means super dimensional sword, and it uses a finishing move called Super Faibu Crash, and defeated the yes first one of the series. Now, shortly after a few episodes afterwards, well, it is revealed that Asa can turn into a weapon himself, known as the Ozukanon. And yes, this that is how the Fireman defeat the Kikatushi for most of the series. Now let's see. Some episodes later. Oh yes. A few episodes after that. Well, we meet this team of five alien beings known as Ginga Sentai Gingaman, which means Galactic Squadron Gingaman. Not to be confused with Seiyuu Sentai Gingaman, which is the Super Sentai series that was adapted into Power Rangers Lost Galaxy. Yes, and well, the Gingaman and the alien Gingaman, they arrived to defeat Zone. Only later it's revealed that they were trying to they were using this King Kadoshi to make the people see them as heroes instead of Faibuman. And Of course, eventually, the plan was revealed, and well, even though the plan defeated, they did join Zone, and they were seen, from the series. Let's see, episodes after that. Let's see, oh yes, we meet this man named Shubere, and he is well, he did work with Son, before, but then left to lead a luxurious lifestyle. However, once he heard about the trouble Son was having with Faibuman, he came to Earth to help out. And well, when he first appeared, well, all the women they were all they became fond of him, because of his singing voice, and that even included Remy and Kazumi. Of course, his oh yeah, I forgot to mention Durudura and Misasa. They also were fond of him, and Meto showed the same fondness as well. Of course, eventually, Shubari did well, his first plan was defeated, but he ended up joining Zone anyway, and he was yes became part of the group for most of the series. Let's see some let's see another thing oh yes think a few episodes afterwards we meet this man named Gunther, and well, he came in this ship called the Starukeria, and well, he came to well, I think was when he wanted to challenge the Sabu Robo. Of course, when he saw eventually he realized the good that the Faibuman was doing, and decided to let the Faibuman have. Also, the Star Carrier can turn into the a giant robot called the Staru Faibu. Yes, and then also it turns out that both the Faibu Robo and the Staru Faibu can combine or gadai to make the Super Faibu Robo. And yes, the Faibuman use that form sometimes. I mean, there are times they use Faibu Robo, and other times they use the yes Zero Faibu, and sometimes do individually. It all depends on the situation. And certain episodes. But, no, oh yes. Also remember there was a an episode that re- that showed up plush versions of the Faibuman that were used as voodoo dolls. But then the Faibuman they sort of when they realized that it won't affect them as long as they're not in their Faibuman form. And of course, turns out that the plushies, along with the plush version of Karo, were alive, and during the Amanda series, they would comment on what's going on, like they were watching a TV show. But of course, they were stopped being shown in a series sometime with no explanation. Let's see. Now we get there's an episode where Gora and Shubari, well, they were competing against who gets to be for the same position, and Gora he well was the he had a plan, but his plan was foiled, and then came this black version of the coloring called the Buraku coloring and Grab Karo, and in the next episode it was revealed that he was reduced uh, to a janitor. Oh, I forgot to mention what the villains. Well, Tudora, she is the lead scientist, and oh yes, Tukurusi, he is a merchant who and so their currency is called Durian, which is like the word is combination of dollar and yen. Yes, and anyway, see some episodes afterwards. Well, oh yes, well, Korra, he found some kind of secret chamber, and he oh yes, the next episode, he had he made a device called the Big Current, which was a giant robot, and he almost. Oh no, wait! Before that, I forgot to mention that well, already a year has passed since Son attack on the school, and now it has been rebuilt, and the students who attended returned happy and were looking forward to seeing their old teachers again. Of course, Stone wasn't making things. Let's see. Oh no, wait, no, no. Sorry, my mistake. Don't remember. Um, I don't even know what order, but anyway, as Curry here, Ruben the robot, but eventually the team they repaired it, and let's see and Garo won his position back, and once again both he and Jubere has to compete. Let's see as we're getting closer to the series finale, let's see. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that turns out that the Maku piece became combined with the Super Fabu Robo to become the uh, um the um, Maxu Magma or something like that. But you know, see and then we get to the downfall of individual see I guess villains from Zone and see yes well there was an episode where Pirion was going to challenge the Faibuman, and I think it was Favoredo he was fighting, and eventually Pirion he was defeated and destroyed, and that was the end of him. And then I see oh I think we get to an episode where yeah well Kaku he planned to infiltrate. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention the base of the of Zone is called the Burugaya, and then when Amanda was talking, something happened, and well she but she was broken to pieces, and that was because it turns out she was an illusion the whole time, and the real leader of Zone was actually the ship itself called yeah Burugaya, and but he was using the image of a meadow to fool the yes yes took the villains in the series and well Dorota she was she started to have a breakdown because she thought that when she learned that uh, the one she was working who wasn't who she thought it was, and well, in other words, she was losing it. And Sasha came to her to try to calm her down, and for the guy, well, he wouldn't stand the way Torodoro was behaving, so he fused both of them together. Oh, forgot to mention that yes, that along the line of the series, they managed to find still managed to find a way to merge uh, King of Doshis. And let's see now. Yeah, eventually, the mer- uh, the latest merge version was destroyed, and oh yes, Gurugai was heading toward the school. Of course, something happened that prevented Gurugai from going here and went somewhere else. Oh, and there was the King of Doshi that was fighting Faibuman, and oh, also constant return. You see, in the episode when he appeared, well, he was turned to stone, but then he was revived, and then yes, was helping the Faibuman out, and then of course he got hurt, but before he died, he told Goku that the Hoshikawa parents are still alive, and he told uh, Goku that a long time ago he was badly injured, but the both Hiroshi and Midori they nursed him back to health, and well when he saw the um, Robo, no, I mean the Staru Faibu, well he stole it, and that's how he got to Earth, and well, he apologized for what he did and told Goku that the parents are on a, or a planet of the Milky Way called Bijuroku, which means B16. And then Gonzo died. With this new information, well, they at least know how to find their parents. Of course, before they do that, they had to at least defeat Zone. I think it was the next episode where yeah. Oh yes, during a battle, Super Ray challenged Redo into a change deathmatch, and the only way for the change to be released is one of them dies. And well, you see, Super he was told that yeah, the weird guy will be a full strength once Redo is destroyed, and then at the fight, well, Redo he won, causing Super to be defeated, and turns out that it was Shubari's death that was supposed to going to revive. And then Shubari died, and then came a countdown for Budokai to be in his full form. And then in the famous next and final episode, where as we're getting closer to the end, and let's see. Oh yes, well the Faibuman they were trying to contact their parents, and then well they finally kind of something nailed. I mean They got through, listened to their parents' voices. Of course, it was difficult, partly because of how far they are from each other, but turns out that the key to defeating Zone is Burugaya is the Shidohana. Shidohana, yes. Of course, what to do with it, they couldn't hear the rest, but also one of the younger students gave the Faibuman a Shidohana, and also this student, yeah, a boy student and a girl student, yes, they saw their five senseis hinging into Faibuman, and yes, and they used the Shidohana that was given to them to help them in the and well, they went inside Buddhagaya, and well, eventually they made inside this room that had the body of a woman that looks exactly like metal, and then came the image of the woman. Uh, it wasn't revealed if it was a ghost or the hologram, but this new metal. She said that well, Buddhagaya wanted to was in love with her, and he wanted to yeah, he wanted, of course, metal. She didn't feel the same way, and of course, Buddhagaya didn't was trying to pursue her. He didn't take no for an answer, and while she was running, she fell to her death, and her body was put inside the coffin that she was found in. And then eventually, the coffin that she was in started to break, resulting in the her body into a skeleton, and then the skeleton disappeared. And Gora, he was well, he he wasn't all crazy because he wanted to be the captain of the ship, but and as for Torugosu, well, he was planning to leave, but he wanted to take some of the money he came with him, and then well, the Faibuman to use the Shidohana, and it resulted in Buragaya getting destroyed, and the Faibuman, well, they left in time, resulting in Kawara and Togurasu being destroyed along with Buragaya. So, yes, Goro died because of his uh, or his obsession, and Togurasu died because of his greed. And yes, and that was the end of Buragaya and Son. And after the final battle, well, Typhoon and their civilian forms, they started to say goodbye to their students. And as much as they said, and everybody, well, the students knew, and they sang a graduation song for the fireman, as a way to say goodbye. And the fireman, they left Earth in order to find their parents. And that was the end of Chikyuu Sentai Fiveman. Yes, and what I think of this series, well, yeah, I don't know much to say about it, how to feel about it. I mean, not that great, but not that bad. Also, Fireman is what almost killed Super Sentai. However, the series that came after is what saved it, and only because of how poorly the Fireman sales were doing, like the toys and stuff. no, if it's a rightful turn to watch this series, I don't recommend it because there was an episode that has something. I won't say what it is, but yes. I mean, I know in Japan it's probably not a big deal, but well, for that reason alone, I don't recommend you watching it. Uh, so let's see. Yeah, I think that's all I can say about Chikyuu Sentai Fiveman in this video. And also, please share this video. Please subscribe to my channel because it will help me a lot. And also, please share this video on social media like Facebook, Twitter, or whatever. So that's it, and I'll see you next time. Bye.